Lo siento.
Guys, so this is head. That's feet. Is that correct? This is the head. Here. Is it reversed? No, we missed. Cynthia, come here, please.
Sure.
Turn the camera. Are we using this speaker?
Я не могу ее прогуглить, это невозможно.
Ну, я имею в виду.
Осталось 10 минут, я не хочу, чтобы они спешили.
Я хочу.
Зачем это?
Oh, I didn't realize you were with it. I'm Lloyd. I'm Lloyd.
Want to see something nice?
Of course. Thank you all for coming. If you have a cell phone, why don't we turn it to silent so it doesn't go off during the service. This is Rabbi Pinchas Eisenbach.
Before we start the services, it's usually a custom to rent a ribbon or a garment. This originated from the book of Genesis, that Jacob was told that his son Joseph disappeared, and they showed him his shirt. It said, "Vayikra Yaakov simlatav." Jacob tore his clothing. It's a sign of mourning. And what is the idea of cutting the ribbon? Roza was such a sweet lady. I want to tell you, when I came here the first time, she told me, "The rest Yiddish, the rest Polish, the rest Russian." I said, "Yeah." She told me my Yiddish is good, so I passed the test. And I said, "Tell me something about yourself." She said, "You know what Roza means?" I said, "Roza means Shoshana." What does Shoshana mean in Hebrew? A rose. Why? Every Friday, Shabbat, we read Shir Hashirim, the songs of King Solomon. And a rose, what does a rose represent? A rose represents kindness, empathy. And this is the character of a person, and she loved that, and we became the best friends. So let's say the blessing together. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech Haolam Dayan Emet. Bless the Lord of the universe of the true judge. Thank you.
Not everybody knows you visit her in nursing home.
What?
And my mom, you visit my mom in nursing home.
Right,
Not
in the nursing home.
everybody
Oh,
knows.
I visited her in the nursing home. What I want to tell you,
The-
what I loved her, you know what I loved about Roza? She was so kind, a shmicha, always smiling, and she made sure that she had a neighbor that I'm nice to the neighbor too. She said, "You know, that's my friend." Then I said, "So what? A mensch is a mensch." And I loved her kindness when I met her in the nursing home. What kind of nice, feisty lady she was. She was not embarrassed, you know, and she liked to talk in Yiddish, and she loved Jewish songs. So I'm going to talk about it. We are gathered here today with our friends in the darkness that has fallen upon them. We raise our voices to the source of life, asking for comfort and strength. We need light when gloom darkens our lives. We need fortitude and courage when pain and loss assail us. May we find this in God, who preserves from destruction all that is good. Let us find them too in the loved ones and companions who do God's work by binding up the work of the street. For everything there is a season. A time for every experience under heaven. A time to be born and a time to die. A time to plant and a time to uproot what is planted. A time to tear down and a time to build up. A time to weep and a time to laugh. A time to grieve and a time to dance. A time to throw stones and a time to gather stones. A time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing. A time to seek and a time to lose. A time to keep and a time to discard. A time to tear and a time to sow. A time to keep silence and a time to speak. We're here today to pay final tribute to Rose. Eshet Chayil Me'imtzo. And I want to mention, she died on Shabbat. Why is it so important when someone dies on Shabbat? King David and Moshe Rabbeinu. You hear? Moshe. Because the son is Moshe, remember. Moshe was the leader of the Jewish people. And they say in Yiddish, the apple falls nicht weit from the bottom. They're what you loved. Which means the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Why the apple? Because the tree is tough, but guess what? It's still sweet. And look at the beautiful apples she made. And Moshe Rabbeinu died on Shabbat and King David. Why is that important? Because she finished her work, God finished his work on Shabbat. And the Talmud says in Kabbalah that if someone passes on Shabbat, the neshama, the soul goes straight to heaven. Not only that, you look on her, when was she was born? July 19th. Why am I mentioning it? The Talmud said that Moshe Rabbeinu was born and he died the same day as he was born. And according to the Talmud, it says, the commentaries, if someone dies right before the birthday or a little after, guess what? She's not seen, she's going straight not only to the Garden of Eden, Rose knows how to talk, she wasn't embarrassed. What I loved about her in the nursing home, the minute she talked to me, she tested me if my Yiddish is good. She said I passed. My Yiddish is Russian, Ukraine, it's okay, nicht schlecht, good. So I appreciate it. I said, I'm okay now. I said, now you can pray for me and I can daven for you. We can pray for each other. She loved it. And the parents spoke only in Yiddish. And in Russian, she came from Ukraine. And she told me, I did not go to synagogue for a long time. You know what I told her? You are the shul, you're the synagogue. Why? Because you know in your heart that you pray all the time. In Rosh Hashanah, what happens? It says, Hannah prayed from the heart. So you can pray from the heart too. Any place you can pray from your bed. King Ezekiel prayed from his bed. So this is the synagogue. Oh, she loved it. She said she made my day. I also want to mention that I was looking in the Talmud because she was a bookkeeper. And guess what? She loved sewing and knitting and made clothing for the children and grandchildren. And I was looking in the Talmud, how can I, what does the Talmud say about a business lady? The Talmud says as follows. The Talmud mentions that used to be a Rabbi Samuel. It was a rabbi, then he said, a rabbi is not for me. He went into business. Before he passed away, he said to his children, put a ledger and a key on top of my coffin. In those days, the ledger symbolizes the many great deeds and accomplishments Samuel did. It was a custom in the ancient times. A businessman would take out his ledger and make accountability of all the transactions. Now, Rose tells God, listen, if you have any questions, look at my ledger. It's on top of the coffin. Perfect is the wrong word. Meticulous. Everything had to be to the dot, to the penny. And why am I saying it? Because she was straight lady. Straight shooter. No monkey business. always kind and to the point. And that's what I loved about her. She was not embarrassed. And if she didn't like something, she would tell you. And as Solomon says, "Keshoshana al chochem." When you see a rose, what does a rose do? It's empathy, kindness. But do not start out with me because I have thorns on the bottom. I'm a feisty lady and I'm a straight lady. And why is Shoshana important in Judaism? Because it helps everyone. She was able to help. Open heart. I'm here. You need a dress, you need a sweater, anything you need help in your bookkeeping, don't worry. Everything will be okay. Perfect is not the word. I will help you. And that's what I liked about her. She was always smiling, schmeichling, and kind, never a bad word. And always talking, and especially the daughter, I loved, she used to come all the time, make sure that she ate lunch. And as you say in Yiddish, not only she was a mensch, she was kind to everyone. Everyone in the newsroom loved her. When I came, they know, oh, you're going to Rose. We have another people to go. Interesting. I said, I have to go to Rose first. And Rose, her name was Abchik. And not only that, she was not only kind. And what is the ledger represents? The history. The stories of Rose, who she came, what a beautiful family she had. And guess what? Now she's next to her husband Isaac. Who was Isaac? Isaac was our father from the Bible. And what was his father's name? Usha. What does Usha represent? Why I mentioned Usha? Is one of the tribes. Usha represents two things. Now the banks make, it's like a tree. You know why? Because it grows. But in our custom, in Jewish custom, it's better than the money. You know why? The leaves and the grandchildren look. She says to us, God, and I'm going to say it soon, I'm going to sing Psalm 23. Shiftecho mishantecho, my tribe and my rod. God, look what you gave me. My father was the tree and the leaves, and it's growing. It's better than money. I don't need anything. And that's the idea of the ledger. Now, what is the idea of the key? The idea of the key is that Moshe Rabbeinu, Moses, handed over the key to Joshua. He said, I'm going to die, and you take over because I did not finish my business. Roz tells us to the family, now she's together with Isaac, and the mother of Alexandra, Nicola, and Tamara, and the loving grandmother of Michael, Maya, and Lumila, the grandchildren Lumila, and Kastatina, and all the families and all the friends that came. Guess what? Here's the key. I didn't finish my job, but I trust you because Achenu Kol B'Yis Yisrael, we're all children of God. Doesn't matter religious. And I told her, when you are the shul, you're the synagogue shul. I said, are you sure you won't be in trouble? I said, no, you can pray for me because, look, you're almost 97. You must have done something good. And so your soul is going, so we emulate that your soul is going straight to Shemayim, straight to heaven. Why? Because the Russian people couldn't do all the services in the synagogue, but you remembered you were a nice Yiddish mami and a nice Yiddish bovet. That's the most important in Judaism. It's not our religious, it's what you accomplish. The Medrash says, the Talmud says, Lo yamedrash iker, it's not the what you're learning, it's a mindset, what you accomplish. And she accomplished a lot by helping all those good deeds. And now we are the messengers of Rose to continue to do the good work, to open up, unlike the people who have to help. Now we have the show. I'm going to sing Mizmor LeDavid, Psalm 23 in Hebrew, and then we'll say it in English or Russian. As I mentioned, Psalm 23 is said every day in the synagogue, in Russia, Ukraine, in Israel, all over, in Poland, Lithuania. You know why? Because it says, Shiftecho mishantecho. God, look at my beautiful tribe. Look at my beautiful mishpocha. Look at my beautiful family. Thank you, God, for such a nice dynasty that I made, such a nice tribe. David, Adonai ro'i lo echsor, v'inus deshe yad b'seini, al mei menuchos yenaleini. Nafshi yeshover, yancheini, yancheini, b'magdei tzedek, למען שמו גם ילך בגיא המוות לא ירא כי אתה עמדי שבטך ומשענתך שבטך ומשענתך עמו ינחמוני תערך לפני שולחן תערך לפני שולחן נגד צוררו נשמת בשמן ראשי כל סירביה אך טוב החסד ירדפוני כל ימי חיי ושבתי בבית אדוני ליורך ימים. You want to say it in English or in Russian? You want to say it in Russian? It's Psalm 23?
You mean the read?
Yeah,
Oh, it's okay.
in Russian,
Псалм номер 23, псалм Давида. Всевышний пастырь мой, ни в чем я не нуждаюсь. Травам обильным ведет, он меня на воды тихие приводит он меня. Он возвращает душу мою и ведет меня прямыми путями ради имени своего. Даже когда иду долину смертных теней, не устрашусь зла, ибо ты со мной, посох твой и поддержка твоя, они утешают меня. Ты накрываешь стол на виду у недругов моих, умащиваешь голову мою, чаша моя полна. Пусть только благо и милость будет сопутствовать мне все для жизни моей, и я буду пребывать в доме Всевышнего долгие годы.
Now said in English for the people,
Yes.
The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me lie down in the green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul. He guided me in the straight path for his name's sake. Yet though I walk to the valley of shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of my enemies. Thou hast anointed my head with oil, my cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever. And remember, Rose, you're upstairs now together with your husband, Isaac. You know Isaac he didn't have an easy life, but guess what? You're going to straighten all of them out, and you tell God that your family should be healthy and that you invite me next time in good occasions, should be simchas. And the Talmud says, when you go to a funeral, if someone is sick, you should mention the name, that all the people who need a refuah shlema, speedy recovery, remember Rosa and Isaac, you pray to God that your family should be healthy and invite us only for good things. There's a beautiful poem, birth is a beginning, death a destination. But life is a journey, a going and a growing from stage to stage. From childhood to maturity, and youth to age, from innocence to awareness, and ignorance to knowing, from foolishness to discretion, and then perhaps to wisdom, from weakness to strength, and strength to weakness, and often back again, from health to sickness, and back we pray to health again, from offensive to forgiveness, from loneliness to love, from joy to gratitude, from pain to compassion, and grief to understanding, from fear to faith, from defeat to defeat, until looking backwards or ahead, we see that victory lies not at the same high place along the way, but having made the journey, stage by stage, a sacred pilgrimage. Birth is a beginning, and death a destination, but life is a journey, a sacred pilgrimage, made stage by stage, from birth to death, to life everlasting. And there's another beautiful poem which she loved, which is called Dash. I read of a person who stood to speak at a funeral of a friend. He referred to the dates of a tombstone from the beginning to the end. You know that first came the date of birth and spoke the following dates with years. What he said, what matters most of all, was the dash between those years. The dash represents all the time she spent alive on earth, and now only those who loved her knew what that little line was worth. For it matters not how much we own, the car, the house, the cash. What matters is how we live and love, and how we spend our dash. So please think about it long and hard. Are the things you love to change? For you never know how much time is left that can still be rearranged. If we could only slow down enough to consider what's true and real, and always try and understand how other people feel, and be less quick to anger and show appreciation more, and love the people in our lives like we never loved before. If we treat each other with respect and more often wear a smile, remembering that this special dash might only last a while. So when your eulogy is being read, with your life action to the ash, would you be proud of those things about how you spend your dash? Now, I want to tell you that in Russia, in Ukraine, that usually, I remember Roz liked to say Maisala stories. She said, would you listen? I said, of course. She said, our religious father and mother, and they help people. I just want to say a beautiful story about Roz. There's a commentary in the Talmud and in the Medrash that there used to be a woman, she walked in next to the ocean, and she saw two set of footprints. One belonged to her and one belonged to God. When she became sick, Rose asked, God, I see only one set of footprints. What happened to the other set? God told her, my precious child, my precious daughter, my precious Shoshana Rose, when you see one set of footprints, it's I that carried you, and God is carrying her. And guess what? He's picking up the veil so she can talk to him and pray for all of us. So remember, Rose, don't forget it. Eshet chayil mi'imtzo v'rochot mipnei micho. A woman of Ella who can perceive, she opens her mouth with wisdom, and the law of kindness is on her lips. Your children praise her, many daughters of the inviting, and you excel them all. Remember, Rose, we ask you mechila, we ask you for forgiveness, and be a good and better. That was the favorite word. A good and better means a positive interceder to pray for all of us. And she also loved songs, so we sing the last songs of the Kaddish together. That was the favorite song. Oseh Shalom, you know Shalom is in Hebrew? Means hello and goodbye, the same word. But by her goodbye, it doesn't mean goodbye, but because she will be remembered always in our heart. So may God bless her, and we ask him, Mechila, she should be a good and better, and God forgive her all the sins, because she was a straight, feisty lady, spunky lady. We don't make people like this today. We have to really look for such kind of ladies. Yes. Anyone would like to say a few words from the family? It's up to you. Okay. But you should be proud of your mother. I want
You
to tell
cover
you.
everything.
She's the best.
It's very good performance.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And her husband's name is Yitzchok. And what was the mother's name?
Who?
Your mom. in Jewish. No, the Yiddish.
Grandma
Yeah.
Trachman.
Trachman. You know what Trachman means in Yiddish? It's a Trachman, to think.
Ah,
Why is the name Trachman? You know why? In Judaism, a name represents the character of a person. Someone thinks means they were smart people. In Hebrew, Trach means to think things over, process. Interesting? And Trachman means a smart lady. So this is why your mother was smart and the grandma, all of them were smart.
yes. It's true.
Trockman?
Yeah.
Is that your family there?
No,
Just another Trockman.
we don't know who he's, but my
You've seen this.
grandma,
Yeah, we've seen it.
maiden name is Trachman.
Yeah, Trachman means to trachten, to think, process.
Huh? The grandma Dora Trachman.
Dora.
Roza
Yeah,
Zvenyakina.
Dora, you know what Dora means in Hebrew? Dvoira, you know what Dvoira was?
Dvoira.
You know,
I forgot. Yeah,
you know why
it's a
Dvoira? You know why I mentioned Dvoira? Dvoira was the first Jewish judge that everyone listened. In those days, a lady couldn't be a judge. But Dvoira was the first judge that everyone listened to her. And you don't find too many ladies judges in the time of the Bible. So she was a smart lady. He said, Dvoira Isha Neviah. She was a lady of prophet. So you see, your family, Tachman, they know how to think. and after Josh to be together, so we should be together. The Jews, there should be peace all over the world, in Israel, in America, all over in Ukraine, because Shalom is a lonely bind, should be only complete peace, not P-I-C-E, but P-E-A-C-E, a good peace. I also have earth from Israel. The reason we put earth from Israel, because when Mashiach comes, the mother can say, look, hey, I'm in Chicago, but guess what? My heart, Libi b'Mizrach, my heart is in Israel. So we put earth from Israel that we are all Jews together, doesn't matter, that my heart is still in Israel. That what Bialik used to say. And this way we put the earth.
Yeah.
Don't
Thank
forget,
you.
I'm still a Jew, we're all together. A Jew is a Jew, doesn't matter our religion.
Our first relatives coming here in 1920.
Oh, wow.
It was my grandfather brothers.
Very nice.
My grandfather was already died. He died very early. He was cancer.
She put it, so you want to put the earth on top of it, and then you put the whole thing, which is a sign of good luck and health. So God should help
I
you, you
have
should
to
be healthy.
put, I can
You can put
all.
it, yeah, the whole thing,
all?
put it, and the bed, you can put it in there. What else? And look at the beautiful pictures and the husband, look, what a beautiful lady she was.
Yes.
A queen, a malka, the whole meal. And the back too, that's it.
I just afraid.
No, okay, no problem, it's okay. I'm going to say the Kalmola soon, but for people who cannot stand, it's okay to see it. If it's hard for you to stand, it's okay.
Right?
No, in a minute. You
Oh.
just stand. Let him cover it. You can see what kind of nice husband she has and what a nice wife, nice mommy. And the nursing, and I want to tell you, not only the nurses knew who she was, and she was kind to everyone. The CNA, the nurses, the chaplains, she loved everyone. Never complained. I said, Schmerzen, believe? No, I'm okay. Oche Harasha, she's from. Good. Please rise for the Kermola and then we say the Kaddish. Please rise. Hey, lemon rachamim, shachem, ameromim, amefei, menuchnechono tachat kanfei ashkina, ve'malot kedoshim utorim kedokia, aviv, ינברו של שנה, ועשית חוק ראשו חלולומו, בעבור שאנחנו מתפללים בהדקת נשמתה, בגן עדן תהי מנוחתה, לכן בעלו רחמים, יזכרהו בחסד כנפיו לעולמים, ויצפור בצרור החיים את נשמתה, אדוני ונחמתה, ושנוע בשלום המשכבה, ונאמר אמן. The let's sing, let's say it together. It's on the left page. Compassionate God. Yep. Compassionate God, eternal spirit of the universe, grant perfect rest in the sheltering presence to Roza the Messiah, who have entered eternity. O God of mercy, find refuge in your eternal presence, and let us all be bound up in the bond of everlasting life. God is an inheritance. May she rest in peace, and let us all say Amen. And then let's say the Kaddish together on the back. Yizgadal, Yizkadash, Shmei Rabbah, Be'alma, Divrach, Yirusei, Be'yamlich, Machusei, B'chayachon, U'b'yom echon, U'b'chaye dechol Beit Yisrael, בעגלה ובזמן קריב ואמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבא מבורך לעולם ולעולמי עלמיה. יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתעלל שמי דקודשה בריחו. ואלה מכל ברכתה ושירתה וברכתה ונחמתה תמירם בימה ואמרו אמן. יהי שלמה רבה מן שמיה וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל במרומי. So let's Ose Shalom, that was your favorite song. Let's sing it together. Ose Shalom במרומיו ויעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן. יעשה שלום שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן. May God give you peace of mind, you should not ever be sour. Amokom Yenachem Esther B'Tzoch Aveti and Shalom. May God comfort you between the mothers of dying in Israel, and that you be no sour. Next time you write me, only way to make it a time. Like the Rosh says, we're going to have that vodka and cognac all the time. So, and also it's a custom to put 3 shavos, why everyone has 3 partners, and that's called chesed kelem, it's loving kindness. We tell Roza Shoshana, guess what? We love you, we'll never forget you, but don't forget us either. You pray for all of us, because God picked up his veil. But on the 7th day, what happened? On Yom HaShishi, God rested. So you rest now together with God and your husband and your family and your marriage. So everyone is welcome to everyone. Thank you, Moshe.
You're welcome, thank you.
You didn't know what's the name in the Bible? About Moshe. His name is Moshe.
Yes.
You know Moshe was a troublemaker, but a good name. He loved that. So be proud of this. It's okay when you're troublemaker. You keep quiet on board. Your grandma would have been proud of you. The brother, right?
Ну, на котором цветы есть.
Thank you very much.
I'm not even told it's winter. Yeah. You know each other, right?
Of course,
Yeah.
he's the
This
best.
is why he from first visit my mom.
All the time.
And
And
he
she's the
told
best.
them, and he sitting with her, and he told she, remember some Jewish. And when I asked
You know the
her,
hospice.
and it was in
Hospice is
nursing
in my
home.
build, in my
I
complex.
know, I was there, I mean, I met him yesterday.
Let me turn this off. Hold on a second.
Sorry, my head is-